Hey everybody, it's Rich at RMAutodiag, and today we're having a look at a Ford Focus ST. It's the same one from the other day, and we're having a look at the air mass codes that are coming up to see if we can resolve that one. Right, okay, so as you can see we've got range and performance codes. I think this is going to be to do with it as well. This sensor voltage B, and what else we got? That's about it. But we got air mass codes coming up. So we're down on the airflow meter here, and I'm back probed into the pin with the white and red trace there. That should be a 5-volt feed. We have not 5 volts, and the signal wire is this top wire. Back probed into that. We do have 5 volts. So quite how it manages that, I don't know. I think this is shorted inside, because we do also have, or should have, 12-volt feed on the bottom one, and the next one up should be the ground, which is very similar to our 5-volt feed wire that were in there. So if we disconnect, actually if we go into the top wire here, we got our 5 volts, and disconnect, we lose that. Shouldn't have anything on that wire because it's the reference wire back from it. So I think that the airflow meter here is shorted internally, but more to the point, where's our 5-volt feed gone? So we put another airflow meter in, it's not going to work. So let's see what else we can do to try and prove this. Right, okay, so we've got mass airflow up on the live data. What I'm going to do quickly is, if I come down, this is the plug for the mass airflow meter. I've got it hooked up to a sensor simulator, so we're on the ground wire and the signal wire. So we've got an output of 1.2 volts. So we turn the signal generator on, and we've got a voltage change there. If I move it up a bit, we should just get some changes. 1.5, 1.7, so we can move that going up and down. So I'm happy that it's not permanently stuck at 5 volts, and we do get some response from the ECU, so that's good. So I think what we need to do now is we're going to need to get another airflow meter, because that shouldn't be stuck at 5 volts. I think that's internally shorted, probably from that 12-volt feed. And what we'll do is we'll chase down this 5-volt feed and see what's happening with that, and see if we can resolve that. Right, okay, so looking at where the wiring loom went, this has had the modification because it's got like a cone filter and aftermarket stuff like that in. And the ECU box is usually held in here where the air box is, but instead it's got a modification to hold it up in this position here and hold it. But what's happened is this wiring loom is sat here rubbing on top of all the starter motor and bell housing here. I don't know if you can see, we got a load of nasty wires there that have been touching each other and rubbing on the gearbox. So I've pulled them apart just enough, and we have our 5-volt feedback on our 5-volt wire. But as I suspected, it still shows 5 volts on the scan tool, because we're saying that this airflow meter was internally shorted. So I disconnect that one and go back down to 0, and we've got another one here ready to go. Get it plugged in. And that one plugged in, we're reading 1.2 volts, somewhere near that. Still got a 5-volt feed there. If I move it onto the signal wire just above, onto that one, you know, we've got about a volt there, so close enough for me. So we need to get all that wiring cut back, resoldered and sorted, and I think that should be the end of this one for all those codes, and this guy should be back on the road hopefully. So yeah, want to keep an eye out for some of these modified cars is rubbing stuff down here. Thanks for watching, and come along for the next one. Cheers.